What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Lead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. The Houston Texans NFL schedule is finally out, and we are here to react to the schedule. We'll be breaking down some of the matchups as well as giving you a record prediction, a way too early record prediction at the end of the video. Can't wait to get into it. So let's go ahead and get it started, ladies and gentlemen. The schedule is finally here, and we can now, let's change that. Bam, there we go. This is the Houston Texans 2025 schedule, and right away we are just going to skip the preseason. Vikings, Panthers, and Lions, by the way. 2 games are going to be on the road, so that tells me Carolina Panthers, they're going to be probably traveling over here for training camp. Who knows? So let's go ahead and get into week 1. You got it right here at LA, Sunday, 3:30 CBS. It's no problem. No problem whatsoever. We're going to have the LA Rams on the road. You will have a homecoming of Nick Caley meeting the LA Rams for the first time immediately in the first game of his career as an offensive coordinator. You got Sean McVay versus D'Amico Ryans, Devontae Adams, new wide receiver, with Puka Nacua against Derek Stingley and Kamari Lassiter. This has matchups. This has storylines, and it is a hell of a way to start off week 1 for the Houston Texans on the road this time. Can't wait to see it. I don't know if this is a win or a loss, but I am very much intrigued as a football fan. Let's go ahead and get into week 2. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and it is your first home game of the season. And ladies and gentlemen, it is a Monday night football game, 6 p.m. ABC. Be there or be square. The Houston Texans, they are going to be able to put out a crowd, and it is going to be electric in the air. My goodness, Tampa Bay, come over here to Houston 2 years ago, as we know, one of the better football games, and CJ Stroud had a historic day all the way to where his history now rides in Canton, Ohio. Him and Tank Dell sidelines, Tank Dell touchdown for the game winner. And Baker Mayfield, who was trying to squabble on our field, did not squabble no more and had tears in his eyes at the end of that game. Can't wait to see what round 2 looks like 2 years later. The Buccaneers right away, back-to-back playoff teams to start off the schedule. Week 3, on the road, Jacksonville. This is your first opponent for the AFC South. It is week 3. As you know, the Houston Texans have been taking care of business at Jacksonville for quite some time. I don't know when's the last time they've lost on the road to Jacksonville. So, Sunday, 12 p.m., simple game. You already got 1 primetime game so far at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's gotten a whole lot better, in my opinion. I think they're more of a competitive team than we want to look at. But if Liam Cohen could get Trevor Lawrence in the right direction, on the right path, this team can have themselves something to say this year for the AFC South. Going into week 4, you will get a glimpse of Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans, but they will be here in Houston in what they're calling International Day. And the Houston Texans, well, Cam Ward, how you doing, bud? You want to rock number 1 and Warren Moon's number. The Houston Texans defense is definitely going to have themselves a fun day against a rookie quarterback. We'll see what Cam Ward has. Yeah, the biggest thing, though, you're facing him at the very beginning of the season. So you're looking at it where Cam Ward might not be so far ready into the NFL. He's still getting his feet wet. I think this is a good matchup for the Texans to face the Titans this early. Very good for us. And it's at home, too. Week 5, on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, you will face your demons at Baltimore, at M&T Bank Stadium. It is a Sunday game, but at 12 p.m. No primetime football here for the Ravens. But last time you did face them in the regular season, well, it wasn't so pretty. It was Beyonce Day, and that's all I'm going to say, because the Texans, well, they laid a turd on Christmas Day 2 years ago when you did face them to start off the season. it was a better matchup maybe for them. I don't know. I think the first half they played well as a rookie team, but it was CJ Stroud's first game. There wasn't a whole lot to grab there, and the Texans dropped to the Ravens. It's been quite some time since the Texans have beaten the Ravens. And well, we'll see how this goes. But right after the Ravens, you have a week 6 bye. And to me, I think that's a great opportunity for you, as D'Amico Ryans likes to say, empty the tank before the bye week. And given that it is the Baltimore Ravens, this Texans team has their lunch cut out for them so far. And early bye week, though. I do like that the bye week's right at week 6, little bit before the where you want it in a perfect world, but I will take week 6 bye over week 13 by any day of the week, or whatever, week 12, I think it was last year. Going into week 7 on the road, Monday Night Football. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be facing the Seattle Seahawks, newly acquired Sam Darnold. They got Jackson Smith and Jigba. I don't know what to expect here. Seattle is going to be a team where I'm going to be watching and going, okay, who should I really be expecting to challenge the Texans here? Seattle doesn't have a whole lot for me. There's a lot of moving parts there. Kind of wonder what their season is going to look like at week 7 so far. They could be a 500 team at this point. The Texans shouldn't be a 500 team, and they should be getting into Seattle. It's going to be a tough environment given the crowd at Monday Night Football as well, too. 12th man is definitely loud and live, but the Texans can definitely take care of them. Then we go. Week 8, San Francisco, the first of 3 straight home games. The 49ers on October 26th. Sunday game at 12 o'clock is going to be on Fox, but it is also H-Town Blue Day, and we get them rep them in sick jerseys. I can't wait to see it. I am excited about this game. D'Amico Ryans versus Kyle Shanahan, the student versus the teacher. Kyle Shanahan back in Houston. Lots of storylines here. We get to see Brock Purdy. We get to see maybe Christian McCaffrey if he's healthy. Who knows? Because he's always hurt. Knock on wood, he is healthy, though, for the 49ers. But this isn't going to be an easy matchup. The Niners aren't necessarily the same team they once were, but they still are very much a playoff team. Let's keep it going to the Denver Broncos, and who was a playoff team last year. Bo Nix was magnificent, and now you're getting year 2 of him with Sean Payton. It's week 9. They've improved offensively. They've improved defensively. This team is totally different than the team you faced 2 years ago when they had Russell Wilson at the helm and you had Jimmy Ward's game-sealing interception, CJ Stroud standing on business against Alex Hightower. Unsure if Hightower's still on, I think his last name was Hightower. I could be wrong. Or was it Singleton? I don't remember. I think his first name was Alex. And I know he was a linebacker. And he got in CJ Stroud's face. And that was one of the few times you saw your O-line actually do something about it. Week 9, there you go. Week 10, staying at home. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you get them, you're done with them at this point of the season. This is your last time you'll be facing them, because it is not just them, but also the following week on the road against the Tennessee Titans, November 16th, Sunday game, 12 o'clock. Cam Ward should be a whole lot better in this week compared to week 4. We'll see exactly where the Titans are in the season, but their season only goes as far as Cam Ward's trajectory goes. So they could be an easy 5-6 win team there, or if Cam Ward is really performing like the past 2 quarterbacks have performed as the number 1 and number 2 picks, Jayden Daniels, CJ Stroud. If Cam Ward stays on that trajectory, we got ourselves a football game here. Regardless, I think we do. On the road is never no easy task, but D'Amico Ryans 2-0 so far in his coaching tenure at Tennessee. Then week 12, you have the Buffalo Bills Thursday Night Football, 7:15, and it is Battle Red Day. The Buffalo Bills were in your crib last year as well, too, where you were rocking the H-Town Blue jerseys, and you got the win for Stephon Diggs. Diggs is no longer here, and the Buffalo Bills tried to come back in that game and almost got it, too. The Texans did end up getting that win with a Fairbairn last-second field goal. Excited to see the rematch. That was a hell of a game, and I can't wait, man. Week 12, here we go. Week 13 on the road, you finally face the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know what the Colts are doing at this point of the season. Are they still vying for a playoff spot? Are they just falling off because they don't really have a quarterback? What is going on with the Colts season here? I have absolutely no clue, but you are on the road at Nico Collins Stadium at the Stroud House. Can't wait to see that happen. The week 14 matchup, the one you have to face your demons, is similar to the Baltimore Ravens. You have to face your demons to open up December. You have the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday Night Football, 7:20 p.m. Kind of wonder if the Texans wear anything here. Who knows? But man, in terms of jerseys, but man, this is going to be a tough one, as we all know. This feels like a watch party brewing here. Who knows? We'll get to details in another time. But at Kansas City, you got to take care of business. You got to finally beat them on the road. That's what I want to see. Hopefully it does happen. All right, week 15, you got Arizona Sunday game, 12 o'clock. You're at home in the H. Last time you faced the Arizona Cardinals, they gave C.J. Stroud a good run for his money. Jonathan Gannon and that defense is strong. They still have Kyler Murray. They're a solid football team. It's not no easy win here. They're going to be a scrappy team, and they could still be vying for a playoff spot. Who knows? The Texans, though, could definitely be vying for maybe that second seed or maybe even the first seed, depending on how this schedule goes so far. The Las Vegas Raiders, week 16, December 21st. You're staying at home. To face the Raiders. The Raiders. Geno Smith, Ashton Jeanty, Brock Bowers. Their quarterback doesn't really scare me. Their team doesn't really scare me. And at this point, it feels like the Raiders might be an average football team to below average football team. They might not have a lot to play for here. The Houston Texans should put them out of their misery early and get this dub. Week 17, TBD. You are facing the Los Angeles Chargers on the road. The last time we saw the Chargers, it was here at the crib. Wild card game. Y'all remember that shit where we whooped their ass? Can't wait to do it one more time, especially in front of their home crowd. They're going to have something to say, though. They're going to want that lick back. Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh, despite losing a lot of pieces this offseason, I still think they got themselves a strong football team. And who knows what happens on the road. Chargers, can't wait. And then you wrap up the season, week 18, another to be determined matchup against the Indianapolis Colts at home. It is Space City edition. I don't know what that entirely means. I'm excited to know more about it as we get into the season. But this Colts game, who knows? This could be a game where, to me, it's a 12 o'clock game. I don't see a lot going for the Indianapolis Colts unless they're vying for a playoff spot. Then maybe it's a 3:30 game. But I think if they're vying for a playoff spot, probably for the wild card. I can't see them competing for this division, for the division at all, really. Their quarterback situation is just so, it just does. There's not a lot there. AR and Daniel Jones don't do nothing for me. That Chargers game, though, could be another primetime game. And ladies and gentlemen, you have 4 primetime games, and to me, potentially 5 with that Chargers one at week 17. Record predictions? Way too early record predictions? Way too early record predictions? This feels like an 11-12 win schedule. That's what I'm going with. I don't know exactly where you're getting the wins or the losses. We'll definitely get into that in a separate video. But I feel 11-12 wins right here. That's what I'm feeling. I know the offensive line has its troubles and it's concerning for a lot of fans. I don't think it's as concerning as we're going to make it out to be. I think they're going to be an average offensive line. There's going to be games where it plays fantastic. There's going to be other games where it's not going to be so good. You're hoping that for the most part of the season, the O-line holds up and they do their job. This Houston Texans team, if they could somehow get 13 wins, I think 13 could really do it to try to finally get you some home field advantage. That's what I want as a Texan fan. Realistically, this feels like an 11-12 win football team with the aspirations to get somewhere higher. I Can't wait to see what happens. Make sure to go down in the comment section. Let me know your record predictions, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel about this schedule? What do you think about the primetime games? Let me know down in the comment section. Reply, drop a swarm if you're feeling really good about this upcoming season. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.